Hello everyone. I hope you're doing very well. I wanted to pop on real quick and show you a new tool that my husband actually recently got. It's fantastic. I'll kind of show you. I'll break this down. Looks like this. It's really big. Works fantastic though. It opens up here. This little area opens up, and in here we can go ahead and put in these awesome little trays. And so we can slide them in. There's 3 of them that go in here. There's 2 smaller ones on the side here. So I've got these little ones that go in here like that. Okay, we can pop those in on both sides. And then there's extra storage on the very top here. And also storage right here. So right up here, there's storage too. So great tackle box. I want to call it a really large tackle box. I'm sure that's probably what most people probably use it for, either that or crafts, I'm sure. But I think its original intent is for tools or a tackle box. But I am using it to store my dental hygiene equipment in, since it was such a great find. And it's going to be great. I'm going to be able to put all of my little things in here. So I'm really excited about it. It's going to take a little bit of time to do it all. So I figured I would have you all with me while I did it. Feel free to fall asleep because it's not very exciting, or skip ahead to the end to see how it all looks if you wanted to see all of that. So first off, I did go ahead and wash all the pieces, and I will have to wash that one piece, thank goodness. It was just the one piece. Okay, so I did wash all those other pieces. All the little tiny plastic pieces are all washed, and I'm actually just waiting to get some scissors so I can cut off these little pieces, these little ends. I don't know if you see, there's like a little plastic piece that kind of sticks up here. So I need to get that cut off, and then that way I can get them in here. So, but I'm going to start off by finding out where I'm putting everything first. And I was thinking about having these larger ones for like sections and things like that I normally bring with me, and then having the smaller ones for like gauze and cotton rolls and things like that I would probably need to use regularly with patients. Even at the same visit, I may need to have more suction, or I may lose my syringe and need to have another syringe or something like that. So that's what I plan on doing today. So for this area, since it's a large area, I probably will go ahead and be careful. I will probably put my patient, what are these things? Like the cloths. These are like cloths, and they go right over the chair, and like a chair cover, I guess you could call them. So that may actually be better to use on the top of this. I think I'll probably put a few in here, because I usually have chair covers in with the patient's bibs, but I will probably put them in here actually, since it fits in here pretty nicely. So I'll put the other few over here too that I have. Okay, so get the these out of the way. Okay, I need to go get some scissors, so I will be back. Okay, I am back. I did go through and cut several of these. I just did some because if I need more, I can always go back. And I put some of the larger ones here and the smaller ones here. I still have a couple that had a few little ends to them. Okay, so I'm going to start off with probably the sections. And I'll probably put the sections right in here. Starting off with the longest ones that take up probably the most room, and then do the small ones from there. The next thing that takes up a lot of room are these little syringes that I have. I'm thinking that they're probably going to be best if we put them here. So leave all these little guys. Okay. Since this is really big, and just see how big. So right about there. So I will probably use one of these. Slide it in, and I did that the wrong way. Yep. Okay. The round piece at the top. Okay. Go. And put all the syringes in. And then the next thing will probably be the gauze. Some gauze and then some cotton rolls. Put that one down like that. So refer to these things falling more than they've already fell. So we probably will get the cotton rolls. Okay, so these cotton rolls, probably a good place to put them because they're going to take up a lot of room as well. Probably over here, and then probably have the gauze. So I think the gauze is probably going to be too big to fit. Yeah, it's going to be too big to fit there. So probably do a section like this and keep them probably up. So I think that will work. So we will put this barrier on here. And get this to go all the way in. That one needs to go fully into that section. If some of these may be a different one. Oh, I just have to push it in. Okay, there we go. Just wasn't sliding in all the way. Okay, go. And then with the cotton rolls, this is always satisfying just to watch them fall in. They kind of contour to their space. And we just take up as we need it. And Make sure I'm using the right side. I'm learning this with you guys. I'm learning as I go. So, these gauze, I'll put here. And then we have a nice little section over here because I do end up using a lot of gauze. So. It's perfect to have extra. Just take out the one and put it in there. Kind of fluff it up a little bit. Looking good. And then we will go ahead and grab some more. I'm taking these little guys. These are mouth rests. These go in my patients' mouths that are a challenge. So maybe they have a hard time keeping open, or if sometimes they are in a coma, or for some reason they can't open, I'll put it in between, and then we'll go ahead and twist it this way. Obviously for the very back sides of the teeth, not for the front. We use that and then slide it into the back and then bring it up, and it's nice and soft on the outside, but it's hard. It has like a hard inside, so you can't really bend it. But this part here is nice and soft for your teeth, so it won't hurt them. So I'm putting all those, just because you can't see because it's off camera, but I'm putting those in here. Okay. So I had a few of those over here. I want to get out of the way. All right, next we can probably do some cotton tip applicators. So like long Q-tips, I guess. But Q-tip is an actual brand. These are considered cotton tip applicators, not necessarily Q-tips. So I think a lot of people get confused on that. Not that it really matters very much, but just putting it out there. Okay, so we'll do a few here, and then we'll save a bunch for one of the other trays. I don't know what these dividers, I don't know what these should be called. Don't know what they are called. Okay, and then we'll put that in there to keep it from moving around. Okay, and next we have got everything from another video I did where I put those in. I like this little container, but this one is pretty small, and so it's not really going to fit in what I have right now. So I'm going to take this out and probably put it inside the smaller containers. So put all those in here. So swap them out. We'll do that in a little bit. Varnishes, all that kind of stuff. And let's go ahead and put these syringes in here. See if, we'll take one out. Those little syringes are great to help numb patients. And it helps them make them more comfortable. And let's see, don't have much else other than maybe some like flosses. I like to always have extra floss. And then the masks I will put in a little container, because sometimes we need to grab that real quick. It's one of the first things we need to grab, so I'll put that over here. And so what we're going to do over here, I suppose I can probably put a couple more have the Profi paste in here, just for extras, just in case. And if I get more floss, I'll put them in here. So I know I do have more floss, but I don't have it on me right now. So we'll do that later. Okay, so first one is done. Let's see if we can close it up. Yeah, okay. And that way, this shouldn't be moving around. Yep, everything stays nice and organized. Okay, so I will bring the large tackle box. Large tackle box here. Move this tray a little bit out of the way. Okay. And this is what I've done off camera here. Just was kind of like putting masks and extra bibs and the mouth rests over here, the mouth props. And then this guy is going to be going right in here. And what's really nice about this little setup is I'm probably actually going to be keeping this one up here because I will be using, excuse me, I'm going to be using my trays, putting my trays in here. So all my trays fit in there. At least my husband told me it fit. Yes, they fit. So when I go to see multiple patients, these will have everything that I need on it. And then I put an extra plastic bag over that to help keep it all clean. And usually I'll do a couple trays. So 3, I may be able to fit 4 in here. So stacking a few of the trays here. So I'll be able to put that in with that. It'll be nice and fit right on patients, or fit right on my little crate. I have a little blue crate over here. I'll show you when I'm all done, so that way you guys can see. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the ones for the sides. So I'm going to do these ones, which fit right over here. So we'll do that. I'll move this back out of the way and off camera. Nice. It already has lots of little dividers, so I don't really have to actually do too much with this one. I think these ones fit in here. These are so stinking cute. They're so cute. When he showed me this whole set, I was like, this is cool. Like, this is amazing. But I wasn't sure if I was going to really have the time to go through and put everything in. I was like, that's a lot of work. But here I am. This little guy doesn't want to go in very well. I feel still be okay like that. Well, I guess he still holds down, so I guess that will be fine. So for these ones, we'll go ahead and do some extra things. Probably won't be able to do anything really big in there. That's probably going to be all the extras, probably like Profi angles. These little Profi angles could fit there. Oh, isn't that cool? Okay. I guess we have the large ones there and then the smaller ones here. And then I love to organize, as you can see. This is actually fun for me. That one's a no-go. We will clean that up later and we'll wash it off. Try this one here. I go in this way or this way. I am not sure. Oh, we did it again. Okay, I'm gonna start putting this on the edge so that way if it pops up, nope, there it is, popping up again. Okay, I'm assuming that's how you do it. See, I don't know if these are the same ones because there's smaller ones and then there's larger ones. So I'm assuming that these smaller ones go in here. Okay. All right, and with that, I have different flavors of the polishing paste. So we've got strawberry, marshmallow. These are all marshmallow. It's chocolate, marshmallow. Oops, sorry. It's chocolate. These are chocolate. Chocolate. I have to say the most popular one seems to be the marshmallow. Everyone seems to like that one. And also strawberry. I really don't have too much left of the strawberry. I started off with like an assorted variety. And the strawberry has really gone quite a bit. Everybody likes the strawberry. I don't know, I'm singing that. All right, and then we have these puffy angle barriers, or these puffy barriers that I have. So with these ones, we can put them over here, and I'll put a little container or a little divider here, and just hope that I don't have it fall out, please. Thank you. Okay, that one there. This is going to be like the prophy area, I guess. Okay. And then we also have some brushes that we can put in here. These brushes are for doing fluoride varnish. So we'll put that one in, and we will put this divider on right here. Okay, so that's the puffy brushes. I actually have a lot of those brushes at home, so I may get more later. And that's the fluoride varnish. Now, this is just kind of like extras in case, you know, my stuff drops, something drops. So we've got blue raspberry here, blue raspberry one, and this one's marshmallow. So you can see them. Yeah, blue raspberry and marshmallow. Very cute. Okay, and probably do another one over here for the marshmallow. Because I have a few. Oh, actually, I've got a lot of blue raspberry. I'll leave that one there. And then we'll put extra gauze in here too. See? I don't think the gauze will fit in here, so we'll use this one as it's just the polish and fluoride. Just use that. Good. And just see if we can probably put a few just in case. Always good to have a little extra just in case we need that. And sometimes I like to do the floss. Usually we'll put a little amount of floss that I could just grab rather than trying to take out. Let me see if I can do that. I doubt that I'll be able to get it. We'll put that cute little guy there. I'll put him right there. Okay. And the OCD in me needs to have something else in here. I don't know if y'all are like that too, but I very much am like, I need to have something else in there. I don't care what it is. It just needs to go in there. So we will just put extra. Showing it all at us. just open it up. I think that's better. Ooh, we do have 2 marshmallow. So we'll keep the blue raspberry over there and then the 2 marshmallows. And there's a little tiny container there for that. And I have a couple more raspberry. Okay, all the blue raspberry. There we go. Okay. And I do have label makers at home, so I'll probably label these, label the outside of this tackle box. So that way, if I ask my husband, to get something for me, he knows where to look. So this one, I'll probably put in here, you know, Profi accessories and fluoride varnish or something like that. And now we have another small one, another small container to do. This one, I'm probably going to put in more of, let's see if they'll fit. I'm not sure if these will fit at all. I don't think so. Nope, I didn't think so. Okay. Okay, we gotta try, right? We gotta try sometimes. I do have a place here, might be able to fit. Oh, you know, that actually fit really nicely. I'll show you guys in just a second what I did over here. Oh, so stinking cute. Okay, that cup I just had, I put them up here. So cute, right? Okay. All right, so the small one, we'll go ahead and put like gauze, cotton rolls, Q-tips. This will be like a catch-all for that kind of stuff. So I know one side is like Profi angles and the other side is like cotton tips and things like that. And let's see if this will fit. Just a little too small. Fits diagonally, but I don't like it to be that way. So we will not do Q-tips there. And these ones don't come up at all. I think the only thing I can put over here, I don't have any, but I do have patients' goodies. There's like Proxa brushes, and which I could probably fit over here, some like tips for the Proxa brushes. So I'll probably actually take this one home and do this as like actually a patient goodie, like patient goodies that I just grab and give to them. So we'll save that one, and that will be maybe a later video. We'll see. Okay, so with this one, probably go ahead and use this. All this stuff in here. Storage compartment. I will probably use this one. I was thinking about doing the same thing, same kind of setup as I did with the other one, or something similar to it, where we would put the Q-tips in the back. That one needs to be cut off still. Try to find my scissors. Where did my scissors go? There we go. So that one, make sure I'm doing that right. Yeah. That one will go here. Okay. And I will have, I think there's 3 of these like larger ones, so it's really convenient because when I go home, I start getting low on this stuff. I can transfer over one or whatever, and then I can take the one that's completely empty. And take that one home and go ahead and, you know, dump out all the stuff in there. And this, let's see, probably put this in here. Nope, that one is too big. That one is way too big. There we go. So probably have the sections. Actually, on this side. I know last time I had them over here, but this time I'm gonna put them up here. Sometimes I need like lots of sections. See if I can put this one there. Just need to get rid of that little guy. Okay, that's good. And then we have lots of the little containers, little dividers, and I think this divider, yep, needs to be cut off a little bit more. Okay, and then this time over here, I'm probably going to be putting the gauze over here this time. Ooh, nope, that won't fit. Does not like it there. Never mind. Okay, we will put the gauze there. We'll do a couple of gauze and then get the cotton rolls. Okay, gauze, and then we'll get the divider. Divider, nope, does not fit. We'll get another divider. That one, yep, that one fits. Okay. So that one didn't get all the way into the groove. Needs to get into the grooves. And it's still not in the grooves. Okay, there and there. Don't understand why you're still buckling. Did I do the wrong way? Nope. I think there's still a little too much against the sides. This thing is great, but honestly, all these little plastic pieces, they're not fitting exactly because they're, they were kind of pre-made like that. And so you go to cut them and I'll put them inside, and if they don't fit perfectly, they pop out like they were doing earlier. Or they just don't want to go in all the way. Okay, that one's good. And cotton rolls. These cotton rolls here that we will put in. So similar setup, but not quite the same as the other one. Okay. And let's see what we did with the other one again. What else did we have in here? We had the monojet syringes. Fortunately, I don't have any more monojet syringes right now, so I will probably go get some more later on, and then I'll put them in here. but I will, looking at this, it's making me think again. I'm like, probably should have kept it just like this, because this is great for all the sections that I have, but am I going to drop that many? Probably not. So probably not. And if I do, that should be like, I should be calling it a day if I drop that many. So I will probably swap out, put these ones here, and then when I go home and come back next time, I will put in the syringes in there. Okay, put the other one in there. This will make a match, I guess. And currently I am all out of, I have a little bit of Profi paste. I have a little bit. Let's see. So, Profi paste we put up here. And then I did put a little thing of floss over here, so I'll probably do that this time too. Just trying to keep it about the same then. I think the little gauze was it's floss. A little floss in there, and then I'll make sure to get more polishing things. And then we'll have our last one here that we'll be also doing. I will go ahead and put this together, and then these will be off to the side. I'll probably take photos of these to remind myself what else I need. So I need more of the syringes over here, and then more Profi paste, and then that's good. Okay. And then this one over here, you want it to kind of match up with the other one a little bit. Okay. So for this one, put the gauze here, we'll have this open. One looks about here. This is actually a lot of fun. I don't know how many people actually think this is fun, but obviously if you're here, you must be sleeping, or you must be really interested in this kind of stuff. Or you just might like to hear someone talking. Sometimes that's nice, just to hear people talking, knowing you're not alone. And you're not. I'm sure that you have someone that you know that loves you, family or friends. And if not, just know that this is a safe space, and you can certainly let us know in the comments, and people will show you love. I'll show you love as well. We all go through hard times, so just know you're not alone in the world. So we will have lots and lots of gauze. I'll probably do another section over here. I was trying to do this off camera for the most part. Sometimes I can't help it. I need to go through and cut all this stuff off. Okay, and then this one here, and then we will put the cotton rolls. There we go. And we'll put the gauze here, and then the cotton rolls here. plenty of cotton balls, plenty of gauze. And then I have one of those left. One left. Okay, put that guy in here. Good. One there, and the paste will be there. And that guy there. That is off. Okay, there we go. And the Q-tips there. I think I got rid of all the Q-tips, so I will put a few Q-tips over here to remind me what goes over here. When I come up, I have lots and lots of Q-tips at home. I have like the major storage center at home. I'm not actually in my home right now. I'm over in my second home that we have. So it's out in a little bit more in the country where there's trees, and it's a beautiful, beautiful area out here. So we have one home in like the city, and then we have another home out in more like the country area. It takes us about 2 hours to get out here, but I think it's worth it. I love it. We have all the comforts we can have around here, so that's what I mean when I say, oh, I'm gonna go home. Don't normally go out here. Okay, so I think that is all we're going to do for now. I'm probably going to take photos of what else needs to be placed in here so I can remind myself when I come up next time. That one there. And I'll probably cut those down just in case we need them. Okay. And we'll move these out of the way. Out of the way. I've got lots of gauze, Q-tips and things like that. So, not Q-tips, cotton balls. Lots of those. Lots of that. Keep this in a separate container. And keep these all nice and closed up. Closed and in separate containers. I like to put everything in little containers like that. Don't want anything to get, I don't know, just things on, you know. Sometimes you have dust and dirt and stuff that's just flying around, so I'm always concerned about that, especially when it comes to patients' stuff. I do not want to have anything on my patients' things, so. Okay, so that's what we have. That is the final little bit that we have here. This is how it's going to look. So I will be going and getting patients' goodies in here, and then I will leave them in here. Let me see how it looks on camera. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, so I'll be having all my patients' goodies, and I'll put a little thing on here that says patient goodies. This will say trays and extras for that particular patient I'm working on. It'll have extras. And then this, of course, will say prophy and fluoride. And then on the top over here is where I have all of the patient chair covers over here. So easy access to that. And then on this side here, we have all the cups. So just grab a cup, take that out, and then on top, scroll that even more. And then on the top, we have these here. So, yeah, there's probably some other things I could put over here, like toothbrushes. Put my toothbrushes here. Let's see. I wish my toothbrushes would fit. I would think they would. Yep. Toothbrushes here. Toothbrushes there. So, perfect little fit. Thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. I appreciate all of your comments, and thank you all so much for the support. I will see you in the next video.